guys, welcome back to the channel. So today is Vlogmas Day 10 and today I'm going to be talking with Brooke about her event, which was yesterday. So although this is Vlogmas Day 10, today is the 11th because we were supposed to record this yesterday, but it was a very long day. It was very busy for Brooke, so I didn't really get a chance to sit down and have this chat with her. So yeah, so I've just done a back-to-back video. I just done a makeup video, which will be the next video that's posted, which will be today. So today you're getting two videos. You're getting Vlogmas Day 10, Vlogmas Day 11. But yeah, that's just the way we've had to do it. But I've just done a makeup video, so my eyes are a bit red still from that. So yeah, so we said to you guys that Brooke had an event, which was a couple of days ago that I told you that, but her event was yesterday. Yes, yeah. So do you want to just tell them a bit about what your event was and how it went?
So the event was a film festival, just a film festival specifically for my drama school.
Yeah.
So the only sort of people that have entered into it were from drama schools that are all over the UK. My film that I wrote and directed actually won. It was one of the winners at the film festival. And yeah, it was, I think there was 400 plus submissions, and I don't know how many won actually, but I think it was like 35 to 40
really
winners out of it all. And we were one of them. Our film was shown second to last, which was great. So the film that won was called Welcome to the Dollhouse. It's a really different film from what we are used to doing at my drama school, especially in our group. We do a lot of comedy stuff.
Sketches.
Yeah, a lot of sketches, a lot of comedy stuff. This was a bit more of a thriller, much more creepier. I don't like to say scary. I like to say creepier.
A bit more intense.
Yeah.
Gets you thinking.
A bit more emotional. A little bit more serious, detailed. A very more thought out structure. Than I would say what our films have been, or what the films have been before I was in that group.
So you actually wrote your film?
Yeah, I wrote and directed it.
Yeah. So you are literally the baseline of the film. So when you wrote it, I was actually with you when you wrote a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because Brooke actually wrote it on holiday. We went on holiday.
Yeah, well, prior to that, we wanted to have our next short film that we were going to film, be set in a certain place. You know, so we messed about with, like, maybe it's set in a bar, maybe it's set, I don't know, on the beach, this, you know, in a hair salon. You know, there's so many different places you could set a short film in. So we then came up with the idea of it being set in a dollhouse. And then me and a friend, I want to say like a little group of us, out of the whole group of us, came up with the idea of like a man and dolls, and then like Welcome to the Dollhouse. It just kept building and building. It was just an idea that was so built, and I was like, I really want to write and direct this. Like, I really want to take this and make it how I feel like it should be made. Yeah. And like how it should be written. And they were like, yeah, honestly, Brooke, you go ahead. And then we were going on holiday.
We were last year.
To Bournemouth at the time. Yeah, I remember in the hotel room writing that. I think it was originally 8 or 9 pages long. You were out at the arcade.
Yeah, I went to the arcade with Joe. You stayed in the hotel with Nan, and then me and your mum went out to the arcade. A couple of nights that happened.
I just want to give a description of what the film is. I'll actually read you the little description that is on the programme.
Oh, yeah.
That was at the film festival. We had a little programme book, and Welcome to the Dollhouse was in it with a little description that our film and television teacher wrote. So it actually says on the programme, a group of girls perform as dolls for their captor's fantasy. Today will be the last tea party.
To give us a quick rundown of what happened.
Yeah, so we've got a small cast really for Welcome to the Dollhouse. We've got our main kind of guy in it, only one male in it, called Mr. Lloyd. So Mr. Lloyd, he is like a male who has this fantasy of having dolls, and I guess it's like a controlling thing. He likes to be in control. I describe him as having like OCD, and like very controlling, very perfectionist. And I guess that's just to a whole nother extreme. So Mr. Lloyd ends up kidnapping young girls and turning them into his dolls that he can control.
I think the youngest doll was like 16, right?
Yeah, the youngest doll in it, Bluebell, is 16, which she wasn't actually even a written character at the beginning of the first draft of the script. She wasn't actually in the script at the start, but then we saw the self-tapes of the girls. There was 4 dolls originally, but we saw the self-tapes of the girls. We wanted to add... we saw a self-tape and we were like, we really want to add this girl into the script. She can be a new doll that he's recently kidnapped. She's not on the table yet. Because on the table we've got the 4 main girls that have been there a long time, which is Rose, Violet, Lily and Daisy. And obviously Bluebell is just sitting on her own away from the table because she's kind of not earned that privilege yet of being on the table. And also for styling reasons, we just wanted them opposite each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bluebell was written into the script, which is really cool. But yeah, so he kidnaps these young girls and he turns them into dolls in this sort of 50s style. They all have sort of colour coordinated outfits. Their names are all names of flowers. Rose, Lily, Daisy, Violet, Bluebell. And the 7 minutes takes place at their last tea party, because sort of every night in my head they would have a tea party and it's very doll-like, you know, he gets them to move sort of like very robotic.
A very set routine.
It's a routine. And, you know, if that routine goes wrong, there's punishments. He's not kind, he's psychotic, is the point of it.
And the guy who plays that does it very well.
He does do it absolutely amazingly.
He took that role and proper embraced it. Like,
yeah,
he did that very well.
He really did do that very amazingly. Exactly what I pictured. And the girls were absolutely brilliant as the dolls. Just exquisite.
Perfectly casted.
Yes, it really was. But on this tea party, he sort of comes in. It's a set routine. It's their usual evening, and something goes wrong and things don't go as planned, and Violet drops her tea and
makes a mess,
which obviously Mr. Lloyd does not like. He likes things perfect, which then just causes an uproar of emotion from Mr. Lloyd to smash the table. He chokes Violet. Yeah, he destroys the table, which he actually did do. We had one take to get it right. Yeah, so we had to film the film in chronological order because of the smashing table scene. Our actor that played Mr. Lloyd actually cut his finger when he did it because it was all china plates.
Proper method.
Very method. And then he says, well, girls, the punishment comes. And he ends up tying their hands behind their back with rope. Except for Rose, because all of them get punished for what Violet's done. So they're all sort of tied up, rope behind their back. You know, it's very intense and emotional. But it's kind of, you can see it's something that happens, that has happened before, and it
regular,
has.
Yeah.
But Rose doesn't get tied up because Rose is his favourite,
which is depicted throughout. You can see that. You
know, in the middle of the table, he's got roses. He wears a red tie. And he's very, he's a lot more, I guess, I don't want to say flirty, that feels like the wrong word to use, but he's more...
obsessed with her.
He's more obsessed with Rose because he likes these dolls in a romantic way. It's a fantasy, which obviously it says in the programme. But Rose doesn't get tied up, and she kind of is happy about that. And she's very responsive with Mr. Lloyd. She's very...
Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, she's very Stockholm Syndrome. Throughout the beginning of the film, you know, you do think that Rose has Stockholm Syndrome. What the audience didn't realise is that Lily actually nicked a knife off the table So Lily pulls out the knife and says she wants Rose, who's obviously not tied up, to cut their ropes and let them go. And Rose is like, I'm not going to do that. And it's because she actually loves Mr. Lloyd. Stockholm Syndrome. So then Rose actually decides, you know what, I am going to let you go, after Violet has a little monologue, which is great. And she does. She lets them all go. And she stays behind. She has the knife. She puts it on the table. She gets in her usual position as she does. Mr. Lloyd comes in. The camera's on. So he didn't see them go. So he's like, where are they? So then he looks at Rose and realises Rose has done something. So just the knife. And then Rose gives a little smirk to the camera. The end.
Yeah.
Credits roll.
Brooke Lloyd, writer, director. Brooke really wanted to get you to understand the film, but yeah, long story short, because this video is going to be too long otherwise. That won an award, like we said. Yeah, so Brooke went to London yesterday.
At the BFI.
Yeah, and she collected her awards.
British Film Institution.
Yeah, and she's supposed to, normally the awards go to like their drama school and it stays there, but your principal actually let you keep the award.
He did, which is so sweet. He said to us as a group, you know, I want Brooke to have this award because I know she'll display it very well.
Yeah.
And talk about it all the time. And I was like, I will.
Too right. In one word, how would you describe this whole experience, from the writing it to the directing it to going to the award ceremony? How would you describe it in one word?
Incredible. Just a lifetime experience.
So yeah, you heard it here first. I'm very proud of Brooke, obviously, of course, always am. But this was honestly a big milestone for you, so
Thank you.
Very proud of you. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and comment down below what's your favourite film. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and hit notification bell so you do not miss a video when I post. Bye, guys.